Hello and welcome to the channel. We'll talk about all things card games and chill with friends. My name is Liam and today we are here with some more Hololive OCG gameplay videos or footage. But this time what we're doing, I realize my mic is really loud in my ear. Why the hell is my mic so loud in my ear? Automatic order side. There we go. Okay. Yes. Anyway, so what we're doing this time, so rather than doing the usual like 3-4 games in the stream, we're only going to play about 2 games. Now the reason for that is because each game, and as per people's request, we're going to be playing games and me and my opponent are going to be like actively talking through our thought processes, why we make certain decisions, why we do certain things. So we're going to really break it down and make this more of like an educational video, I guess, in that sense. So if you are looking to, learn to play the game and you happen to also play the decks that we are playing, you can sort of see how the decks work. If anyone watching, hello, welcome. Yo, Aeon Compound, thank you so much for following, welcome. But yeah, if anyone during so obviously first game our decks are kind of decided. However, in the second game, if there is a deck that you would like to see me play, let me know in the comments and or let me know in chat, and I will play that on stream for the second game. Hopefully we will be joined by Becca, who, for those that don't know, came second in the latest Bloom Cup DX final challenge, technically making him the second best player in the world, apparently. It's not true, but it's yeah, I love Becca. But I am joined by the second choice German, and I have got Marcel with me. Hello, Marcel.
Hello.
Hello.
I also have some options for other decks, not as many as Liam, but I have a few, so yeah, I can also provide a few other decks if wanted. Though,
I'd like to see IMA or Mono Raura. Ooh. So I haven't got Mono Raura built, but I have got IMA built. Does that mean I have all the decks? Not built, but I can build any deck I want. I've got a playset of every single card in the game, so I could build any deck. And even if maybe we do a bit where it turns into a bit of a deck building stream, maybe, and we build a deck that maybe I haven't already built, we could put that into this as well, if people want to see my process of deck building. But the decks that I have built currently for set 6, so I've got Kali, which I'm going to be playing for this first game. I've also got Korone, I've got IMA, I've got Iroha, I've got Raura Marine, I've got Roboco, Sora. I think that's... Oh, I've tweaked my Kyori deck, so it's updated to set 6. I think that's all I've got with set 6 cards currently. I haven't built Matsuri yet. I haven't built Riona yet. I want to build Riona Chihaya. But that's, I believe that is what Marcel is playing.
Yes.
So you'll get to see that list at least anyway. Yeah, so if there is a deck you want to see, and maybe I haven't got it built, I could try and speed build a deck. Obviously there's a new Luna stuff that I haven't tried out yet, and I need to look into it properly. What else? If there is a deck you want to see, let me know. And I guess if anyone does a super chat on YouTube or does a donation with a specific deck, I will make that happen. Got a shill, Weiss and shill, right? Or Hololive and shill. Look. Right.
Against me.
God damn it. So, what we'll do, we'll literally take it from the very, very top, where we'll talk through the actual cards. We'll talk through, like, basically the idea of this is that I am going to play this game as if you haven't played this game before, and you want to learn how the game plays, and then the thought process that go into the game played. So, for those that don't know, Hololive OCG, Hololive Virtual Card Game. You probably know it a little bit. I'm not going to go too much into the how to play. If you want to learn the basics on how to play, there is a fantastic video that's been put out by Kiara, which was used during the official shop demo sessions. Recommend you check that out. So I'm not going to go into every detail, but even for this video, for this stream, I've actually gone with this playmat that I've made. So it's a double player playmat, and it's got all the zones. It's like, looks quite official, but it's designed by me. And yeah, I'm using this for the sake of the stream, so that you can really see everything that I'm doing, rather than being on a random Hololive Gamers map. Right, so obviously first things we've done, we've shuffled our decks. We see who goes first. Would you like odds or evens?
I will say even.
Even. That is even, so because you won that, you get to choose first or second.
I will go first.
Understandable. So in this game at the moment, going first is 9 times out of 10 the best thing to do. There are certain decks that like to go second, such as Roboco likes to go second and Narissa likes to go second, but every other deck basically likes to go first.
And in my opinion, even Narissa doesn't really like to go second. People think she does like to go second because she has a decent going second debut, which just gives you another holo power. But if you think about it, if you go into your second turn, you also have 2 holo power. And you still have the tier advantage. The big thing is usually the tier advantage and the bloom advantage you get, because if you are going first, you just are the first who can go into your first and into your second and basically start killing stuff earlier than the opponent. And that's often the big gripe that people have with going second, because, well, if your stuff dies and you don't draw enough to set up anything else to clap back, well, you just die early on, which was a big thing why Okayu was in set 5 such a big menace, because you can start turn 2 and kill stuff in the back row, and then the opponent has nothing left. It's a bit better now, and the going second effects are getting stronger, and in general debuts are getting stronger, so you are not as easy to kill. But yeah, it's still one of the big reasons why going first is often the better thing.
Absolutely. So I think the only deck that really likes to go second is probably Robico, because her going second is so vital to make sure you search your fans from your deck and to get 2 of them on your turn 1, and that's really important for Robico. It's probably one of the only decks that I would actively choose to go second. Marissa would be one I'd consider going second, but as Marcel says, it's one of those decks that you still want to go first, but the downside of going second is nowhere near as drastic.
There is an upcoming deck that is really good going second, and that is Crony. Because Crony basically says, oh, I go second so I can bloom right away, which means on their second turn they're already on a second, while you can go on the first only. And that is massive.
Right, 7 cards. Let's look at my hand and see if we like this hand. So I am going to talk through this. I'm going to show my hand to the chat so everyone can see. So my hand is 2 debuts, which is kind of good. Then we've got 4 firsts and a second, and I'm going second. So whilst this hand is playable, it's relying on my top deck draw to be a limited, i.e. a Nodika or a Soraz or something like that, to basically gain any form of momentum in this game. I think for going second, this hand is too risky. I would mulligan. So I'm going to.
Shall I do it as well?
Yeah, go for it.
Since we're always doing it anyway. I start with 3 debuts, which is pretty decent, and I have 2 firsts, which are also cards that let me draw, and I have 2 limiteds for my next 2 turns. The only thing that I am kind of missing is a PC to find my Chihaya. But generally, I'm pretty set up, because, I mean, I have 2 limiteds that I can't use first turn anyway, but then in the next turn, I can easily go into 2 firsts, which also draw me a card, and go through my game plan. So this is definitely a hand I can keep. If I want to gamble, I could try to get a better hand, but I don't think in this case I would, because gambling is not always great, and if I start up with a hand that's worse, then I will be sad.
Right, so actually this really worked out for me. My hand here is now better. I'm not going to show it because I have shuffled and mulliganed. If I have a debut in my hand, I must play this hand regardless, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play this and play this. If I didn't have one, I would have to show my hand, go, I have not got a debut, I must mulligan. Right, so let's go. Start the game. 2 Callies. And you have the first turn.
I have my Rionas, and I also drew another insanely good card. We are cheering onto my center, because the center is great. I will also then play the Spot Riona, which is another really nice card to search out in this deck all my collab effects. It doesn't search out my Chihaya yet, but it might set up a next turn for some really nice stuff.
It can grab you first.
But I do already, as I showed before, have 2 of the firsts.
No, I mean your first Chihaya.
First Chihaya.
First Chihaya, because it has to be a flow glow with a collab effect.
But this is also why I'm not going to use the effect right now, because I already have 2 firsts that let me draw.
So you might see what you get on the next draws.
Exactly. So I'd rather see what I get with the Soras and see what I get, because if I see a Chihaya, it's definitely Chihaya. If I don't see a Chihaya, I might grab the Riona first for now. So instead, I collab with a normal one and just end my turn. So
awesome. Right, so for those who don't know what Riona does, Riona's game plan is basically get to their seconds and get through their deck as quickly as possible, to the point where when I'm on 2 life, they've got 5 or less cards in their deck as they go, 8 or less cards, because you mill 3 for the attack. And then get the down, and then you pay your Oshi skill or SP Oshi skill for 1 cost, which basically goes, cool, I kill you.
Yeah.
So Riona's entire game plan.
For Riona, you really have to think about how big your deck is, because also some of the effects don't, like her second does more damage the more cards you mill, which also means you might not have enough damage if you just mill randomly.
Yeah.
So you always have to think about how many cards you have, because if you only have 3 cards in your deck left and you need to collab out to get like a holo power left, then you don't have enough damage to sometimes kill. So you need to remember, you do mill 3 for the attack, you can mill 2 more for the holo power,
yes.
Plus you can get 1 writ for just using the collab.
Yeah.
So you are at 6 cards. So you need to have at least 11. You can have 11 cards to still get into your whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's basically where you are at. And of course, if you then still do other stuff like searching something more, play another limited, you can go up to 14 or even 15 or 16 cards, depending on what you have in your hand. During the game, you will probably end up with a pretty big hand with Riona because of all the draws and all the milling you do. So just keep that in mind, that you don't mill willy-nilly. Just have in mind, okay, if I do my big push turn, how many cards can I actually draw? And how far can I go down so I still get all my damage in?
Yep.
Because that was the reason why I lost one of the games I did recently.
Ah, you milled too hard.
Yeah, I milled too hard and I only had 3 left and I couldn't use my Oshi skill to power up both.
Yeah.
And I didn't get like a double kill, which I needed because the opponent still had 3 life.
Ah.
Even so, I had the full setup to have 2 second Rionas. Both didn't do enough damage to kill both of the enemy. Because if I call it out, I only had 2 cards left in my deck. And yeah, 170 damage is not enough.
Nope, fair enough. Right, so draw for turn. So I'll play my hand open as well so everyone can see what I'm doing. So draw for turn.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I'm going to cheer and I will put this on my Kali. So what I'm going to do, so this is one thing that I really like with friendly PC, and not a lot of people do this. People see this and go, oh, I've got my debuts, play them. Don't always do that. With friendly PC, what you can do is go, cool, I'll play friendly PC. I'll search for 2 unlimited or 2 debuts with the extra text. You can run as many cards as you want. I'm going to grab a Kali. I will also grab my other unlimited one that I run in this deck, which is the Chloe. And then I have to shuffle my deck. And then because I took 2 holomems from this effect, I must put a card from my hand to the bottom of my deck. And that, I'm going to choose this debut. Because I've just spawned 2. So I might as well put this to the bottom of my deck out of the way so I don't accidentally draw too many debuts.
Yep.
And that's a really clever way of using friendly PC.
Indeed.
Okay, that's shuffled. Next, to see what options I've got, I'm going to play Nautica and just draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Pretty good draws. I'm going to play another debut. This is the other Kali. And then I am going to collab with the Kali. Now, the reason why I specifically chose this Kali is, 1, it's got 20 more HP than this Kali. But not only that as well, I could have chosen my Chloe. But because that is my ramp engine and I've got a first in hand ready to go, I don't want to over risk it and collab it where it gives Marcel the opportunity to take it down. But I do not want to risk that. I could, but I was like, this has got the same HP. I've got more Kalis on the stage that I can bloom into first and eventually into second down the line. I would rather lose this Kali if he goes for it. I'm okay. Or he'll go for my center, which has got the cheer.
Yeah, and Riona actually has a pretty explosive turn too.
Yes.
If she goes first, because the center does 40 damage, plus the collab effect gives 20 more and does 30 damage. And you can use the Oshi skill, which gives all the Flow Glow members 20 plus. So you get 40 plus and 20 plus, which is 60, and you still have 70 damage just by attacking. So you're dealing 130 damage.
Yes.
So
the fact that
against Riona, you sometimes have to be worried.
This would not be safe if I did do that. So it's, and me putting it out there, make him go, actually, I'm going to kill it. I don't care if you got the cheer, but I'm stopping you gain your acceleration throughout the game. So that's why I've been clever and kept my Chloe safe.
Exactly.
Right, I've played my limited for the turn. I've got no other cards. I could play this other debut. I'm actually going to keep it in my hand, and the reason being is that I've already got enough Kalis on the stage. And again, if later on I happen to draw another friendly PC, or I draw a Mana-chan, I could keep this card in my hand as a dead card, and have that around as the card that goes back into my deck. So I don't need to overcommit my debuts here. I've already got 5. That's more than enough turn 1. Cat, why are you screaming? Right, at that point, I'm going to attack with Callie. I do have no holomems in my archive, so it is just doing 30 damage. And I will choose to target your center because it's got the cheer. And there's no point going for the collab right now. There's just no point.
Yeah.
There's no benefit to it.
Exactly. I draw.
Oh,
I do get my Chihaya.
Oh my god, he's so good.
Which is really nice. I will start setting up my other Riona at this point. Obviously, I will also... Now the question is, what do I do first? Basically, if you bloom your Riona now and mill a good card, you are sad. But if you don't bloom it, play another card and then you mill a good card, you are sad. It's basically a bit gamble. So I do like personally to just play it right away. Mill a card, draw a card for the bloom effect.
Sure.
All right. I'll do the same again. Mill a card, draw a card. Ooh. And now I also already know what's in my... like I do see, for example, okay, I have a first in there. I have another first in there. What next can I do? In this case, I'm doing the same that Leon did. I play my friendly PC to get out 2 holomems, which will be a normal debut, and a Chihaya.
And then put the Chihaya back to the bottom of the deck.
And then put the Chihaya back. Yes. Exactly.
It's one of the best ways to use friendly PC, in my opinion. It really is. Like, especially if you've got a decent stage setup. Like going, oh, I've got this debut in my hand. Oh, but I've got a friendly PC. Cool, I'll turn that 1 debut into 2 debuts. Easy.
Like, whoops.
Especially when it happens to also be an unlimited debut because you're literally not losing anything.
Exactly.
Oh, hello, cat. Have you finished screaming now?
So,
accidental weave. Shouldn't you always collab, brother? Now.
Next part, I will obviously now, because I don't have any firsts left in my hand, I will play the Soras.
Yep.
To draw 2 cards. We already have a Chihaya.
It's the Chihaya off the top. I want another one. Not that he needs the other one.
But I do want this one.
Okay. That's so good.
Which is pretty nice. I will also just swap these out because this one is prettier. So yeah, I'm definitely in a good spot here. Because now I can basically do whatever. I will obviously bloom this one as well. Because, I mean, another bloom, another card in hand.
Yeah.
Now, and now I do have a Riona I don't need right now, which is perfect because I can archive any card in my hand actually, which I'm not sure which I want to do. But I will definitely collab this out and use her effect here. Yeah. I will probably take the debut out right now because I do have enough debuts for now, and I can also, whenever, search another debut if I need to.
Whilst he's doing that, I'll address Accidental Weave's question properly because for context, Accidental Weave is one of my very good friends, one of my local friends, and I thought he was being sarcastic at first because he has that sort of humor. However, no, he's actually putting in the beginner questions so that I can answer them properly. So thank you. On a side note, if anyone watching is new to the game and they want, or even if they're like experienced in the game, but there's certain things that they want to learn about parts of gameplay or certain decision making, please ask away. So actually, to properly respond to Accidental Weeb, shouldn't you always collab? No. There are definitely situations where not collabing is the absolute correct thing to do, and there's a multitude of things as to why that is. It could be that, you know, you're on 2 life. If you collab, you give your opponent 2 opportunities to get a down, and if they get them both down, you lose the game. So being careful when choosing to collab so that you don't just lose the game is important. There are also times when you don't want to gain holo power because you're low in your deck, and it could cause you to basically deck out down the game, especially with a deck like Riona. You've got to be very wary when you choose to collab, and you're fortunate with Riona that her Oshi skill and her SP Oshi skill cost 2 and 1 respectively, so they're relatively cheap. And there are also certain decks that you might be using the deck for their SP Oshi skill, but not for their main Oshi skill. So once you get to the right holo power of you for you to be able to use your once per game skill, your SP Oshi skill, you don't need to collab. The only times when you would then decide to collab beyond that is, oh, if I collab with this, I can push enough damage to get a double KO or get a down on a holo mem that is causing a lot of trouble for you. and you can be much more selective on when you decide to collab. Early game, it's usually good to collab when you can, but even then, say turn 1, for example, if I had 2 debuts and that was it, and I know that I was going second, and my opponent has the damage output to go, yeah, I'm going to smack and kill your center before you can even stop me, it's usually best not to collab then, because if you do, your collab holomem during your reset step must go back to your backstage and rested, and then because your center is empty, you must move something into the center, and because you only have a rested holomem, that rested holomem must move up and it remains rested, which means it cannot attack and it cannot battle pass, and at that point you are very, very screwed. So there are definitely situations where collabing is absolutely not the right thing to do.
There are also some offensive reasons to do it, because sometimes you can just stay back, kill something with your center, and then you have another holomem in your back which is kind of set up, and then whatever happens, you have another card that can go into the middle and maybe set up another one at the same time. So in the next turn you have 2 attackers and can actually finish it. Like if your opponent has three lives left, which is something I do often with Riona. If your opponent only has 3 lives left, I'm not collabing out, I'm just attacking. And the next turn I have a lot of members that are unrested, and I can push out whatever I want to basically finish the game.
Yeah, basically push the 2 downs with the SP skill.
Yeah,
and just end the game like that. So it is to be fair, Accidental, it is an extremely good question. So thank you for sharing that. Also, thank you Spitfire for following, for subscribing. Sorry, over on YouTube. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I will now go ahead and use my center art on your center, dealing 40 damage and mill a card.
Yep. Boop.
And then you may go ahead.
Okay, cool. So reset. Callie comes back and rested. Nothing else to do. Draw. Cheer. We are going to put this. I could really do with another Callie first, which I don't have yet. I'm going to put this here for now.
No, your holomem does not get unrested when you bloom.
Correct.
You don't get any healing or whatever like you do in Pokemon, where you can sometimes lose your status or whatever. That does not happen.
Yeah, cool. Another question. How is the power creep in this game? So set 1 was extremely strong. Set 2 gave some very good cards and also brought us a very strong deck in the sense of Raina Marine or Raina Eofi. Set 3, set 4 had a couple of good decks, but nothing crazy. For example, Miko was a pretty good deck. Lami Nene was a pretty good deck. Trying to think of more off the top of my head. Mine's gone blank.
I mean, Kiara, I think, got
Kiara got a massive bump in set 3, so did Suisei. But obviously that's a set 1 deck that just got even better. Set 5 had a huge power creep to the point where there was a single deck that was performing extremely well. Set 6 has power crept a little bit more again, but there are 4 decks that are doing very well. Then there are like another 2 or 3 decks that are also like keeping up with those decks, just not getting quite as good results, down to consistency and damage output potentially. Set 7 we see another bit of a power creep, and set 8 it equals out really well, but I wouldn't say that the power creep is like, oh, new set is out, all these old decks are dead, you cannot play them in a competitive meta. That is not the case with this game. You can still play an old set 3, set 4 deck and still perform well.
But it is really hard. We have to admit it is kind of hard. After Okayu, where we had basically 1 deck in set 5, we have now basically 3 main decks with Corona, Iroha, and Ayame.
And Kali.
And then we have the 4th slot Kelly, which is really good, but sometimes not as good as the others. And then we have a few others, and Okayu is really low end already. She can't quite keep up, and she was the most dominant deck, and she's basically faded out completely. And then in set 7 we get Crony and
Lisbeth,
ASCII first, and then there was the tech found with Lisbeth and Bay, which completely erected, and then we had these 3 decks, and we didn't see anything of Ayame and the other decks that are popular now. And like each set we do have a good amount of nice decks besides set 5, where we have a really nice meta basically, but we have to admit it's always kind of like new decks.
Yes.
So there is power creep, and it's quite obvious, but it's obvious in a healthy way that there are at least several decks and not just one big deck that just blows everything out.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's a good point. Not Spectre. English meta with set 7 will be really weird because obviously we will have access to the summer set, whereas JP at the time when set 7 came out did not have access to it. So that could change up the meta quite a lot. So we genuinely don't know. Like Marine's looking really interesting right now with the summer set. Sora could be quite spicy. We know nothing about Coyote yet. They're the main cards that are getting new cards in the summer hologram extra booster set, and then everything else is basically reprints. But then there are reprints that people might have missed out in earlier sets that are coming back and will have access to those cards, which is really awesome. And like for example, like I know it's literally set 5, but Sora's Celebration. That card is a really strong card, and it's getting a reprint in the extra booster. With a new alt art, which is really cute. So yeah, right. Couple of more questions, and then we'll carry on with the game. Not gameplay related, but question using other TCG accessories. So normally it's absolutely fine. When it comes to like the Bloom Cup DXs at the likes of at a store like Patriot Games or Spellbound Games, they don't really care. The only time when you have to worry about it is if you are doing those Bloom Cup DXs at a event, which is then at convention, which is then usually linked to something like the Bushiroad Championship Series or the Bushiroad Summerfest, where they will care about the accessories you use, and that includes your mat, that includes your sleeves. It doesn't usually include things like dice with the numbers on it for your damage, and it doesn't usually matter too much about like the SP markers, but I would strongly recommend having a proper one just in case, whether you get the acrylic one from the acrylic set or you just get one from a start deck and you get one of the cardboard ones. I would recommend having it on you just in case. And then finally, is the competitive meta like other TCGs where you run into the same decks at tournaments, or can any deck be considered good? Accidental Weave said some decks will always be better than others, but a lot of decks play perfectly fine. Yes, agreed. Within a tournament, you'll see the big decks, but you'll also see a bunch of other decks too. Yeah, and the great, yeah, I was literally about to say, with this game, because it is a very Oshi orientated game and everyone has their favorites, some people will just commit to their favorite Holomem, regardless of if it's the best deck or not. Look at this boy playing Riona.
Exactly.
Right, let's crack on with the game. So yes, right, so I've drawn for turn, I've done my cheer, so let's go to our main phase. Right, so what I'm going to do is, first things first, I am going to bloom this Callie into first. And the reason I want to do it is because I want to collab with it to gain her collab effect. So her collab effect, after obviously doing the holo power, is on collab, draw 3, discard 2. So it lets me fix my hand really nicely. I've got too many debuts in my hand, so I can get rid of my debuts, and it hopefully gives me some cards that I need. Hopefully some first blooms. Here's number 1. Nodoku is good. Second bloom, okay. Third, another Callie. Okay, that's not the end of the world. I'm definitely going to be getting rid of this here because it also charges my Callie debuts and stuff like that, which requires holomems in archive. I'm probably also going to get rid of this other debut as well and get some holomems into my archive. Cool. Next, let's see what else we can do. So, do I want to risk? So, there is a play here, and I could be really risky about it. So, there's quite a few lines here. So, I could either risk a bloom stage and hope to draw my set 6 second for Mori, which has a single cheer art, which also lets me ramp cheer, which is awesome. That is a potential to risk. I could try my chances a little more and go, okay, I could use my Oshi skill to pay these 2 cards out of my holo power, hope that there is a second Mori in there, and then grab that back to basically have that in hand so I can guarantee what I want to do with bloom stage. No, I can't. It doesn't matter because bloom stage requires 4 or less cheer. Ignore me.
Yeah. You cannot do that now.
So yeah, so actually that line of play is ridiculous. So in that case, I'm going to play safe and I'm just going to draw more cards and play Nodoka. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have 1 more slot on my stage and I did draw a friendly PC. I also drew a Death Sensei, which gives me more HP, which could be really useful down the line. I am going to play my friendly PC I'm going to search my deck, or I'm going to probably just grab another Kali, and then don't need to put a card to the bottom of my deck because I'm only grabbing one Holomem. Because I'm at 6 Holomems, I couldn't choose to pick 2 anyway because it plays it straight to stage. So I could only choose to pick 1 anyway.
Arus, that was a dig at Riona, because the Riona deck is sadly not quite meta, but also Riona likes to get bullied a bit because she's a masochist, so it's fine.
Right, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to so I've played this one, so I can't bloom on this. I'm going to pre-bloom this into first as well, just so it's ready so that next turn, if I want to go to my second, I can quite easily. I am also going to bloom my Chloe, which lets me look at the top 3 cards on my cheer deck, pull, they're all purple, and then attach it to one of my Holomem. And I will choose this so that if I do find my second Kali, I can start ramping this as quickly as I can, try and get it to 4 cheers and do maximum damage output. Is my intention. There's nothing really else I can do in terms of my hand, so that's just going to go out the way. And put it over here. And then we are going to attack. So the first thing we're going to do, because the great thing of this is that it lets me mill 2, which then fuels my... One, if I hit Holomems, it fuels my attacks for later. Or secondly, it means that I get a card that I want in my archive for my Oshi skill. So I'm going to start attacking with this, 30 damage. I'm going to go into your center. Skill, because it has a purple cheer. I draw 1. And then I archive the top 2 cards of my deck. Okay, that's a good card I want. So I can grab that back in a moment for a bit more energy ramp. That's good. And then we'll do 40 damage with this because it's 30 plus 10 because there's a Holomem in my archive. So it's doing 40 damage again to your center. Right. Again, there was no point me attacking the collab there. I wasn't going to be able to get it down and try and get ahead of the game. There's no benefit to attacking collab. So we're just going to slam face into the center. That's me done. Go ahead.
All right, I will draw. I draw Bloom Stage. Now I do have a risky play, which I don't want to do. But what I could do, basically, is put a cheer on... Yeah.
You are, you are so right.
I could basically put the cheer onto my center Riona in the hopes that when I play my Nodoka, that I find the second as well. Because there's no second gone yet. I went through a few cards, so the chances of getting a second is not that low. And then I can bring out my Riona, which has 3 members, so I can ramp up into my second right away. And that would be kind of nice. I would have my second. I could instantly get rid of his first Kelly on the side, but that would be very risky. So instead, I don't think I want to do this, because I also have DIY Miko, which means I don't actually mind if I lose my life first. So instead, I will use my cheer, put it on this first Riona here.
Yep.
Actually, no. I will put it on my debut, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter, actually. I'll just play a Nodoka here, draw 3. I did not get my second, so that's decent. So my gamble wouldn't have worked out. Instead, I bloom into this one, collab it out.
Yep.
And now I have to think. Your Kelly has 40. How much HP does she have generally?
50,
90 only.
50 remaining.
50 remaining. So now I could technically go ahead and kill her by using, for example, my Oshi skill, and I can still deal 60 to the other Kelly. But there's also no real reason to it. She buffs for 20, which means I could also buff her on collab effect and still kill her. But what I do like with Riona, I don't even have to do that. So instead, I will actually buff my center for 60. So she will deal 60, and I'll just attack with both for a total of 90 into your collab.
Yes.
And I have to mill 1 for each. And there's one of my seconds. Which means once I go down in life, I can get that back.
Yep. There we go. So yeah, in that situation, it was actually worth going for the collab because there's no benefit to him getting this down. And at the moment, it's just sort of sitting here waiting to die.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a very good move. Right, my go. Move back, reset, come back here, stand, draw. Okay. Cheer. Do I want to go that way? So again, I've got multiple lines I could do here. I think the correct play... Do I want to risk going into my Buzz? In this matchup, probably not. Purely because if I do, and he does go into his second and gets the cheer on it, which is definitely possible because the Chihaya's in the back, the chance of you doing a lot of damage and basically just knocking out my Buzz is basically guaranteed. So,
plus, if you kill my second, I already have the cheer, even without the Chihaya.
Oh, yeah, that too. So, I am just going to put this... Sure. I'm going to put it here. I am then going to bloom this, just to basically prepare it for going to second. I am going to collab with the Kali. On collab, draw 3, discard 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good draws. Don't need this debut. Probably don't even need... Probably don't need this second for now, because I can get it back. We are going to not bloom this. We're going to bloom this. Actually. So I can bloom this anyway. Just so I can get the draw 1, mill 2. And then also going to bloom this. On bloom, because I have 3 or more Holomen with EN, I get to reveal a blue or purple cheer. Here's a purple cheer. And attach it to one of my Holomem. And I will choose to put it on this Kali. And see if you overcommit to go into it. In fact, just in case you decide to commit to go over to it, I am going to attach Death Sensei here. Just so it's on 260 health. Now, I've got 4 limited in my hand, so Bloom Stage at this point isn't worth it. Enemy doesn't really help me. So it's either Soraz or Manager. Now, I'm really tempted to play Manager because at the moment my hand, apart from like the draw support this turn, kind of dead. So I think I am going to Manager Chan. Just try and refresh my hand a bit.
Also, with Soras, you don't really have any firsts you want right now.
No.
So it would be basically a draw 2 and get 1 dull card, which is maybe a Sakamata in best case.
Yep.
And yeah.
Exactly. Okay. I really want my blue second, so I could always bloom this.
Yep.
And then I could still get a ramp off the attack for that, as well as a good 60 damage. Okay. 1. Cool. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. So the hand's not much better, but I did find the second.
Nice.
Now the question becomes, is there anything in here that I would like now? I'm tempted to use my Oshi skill. Or I could push hard, and I can't do enough damage with the SP skill, so yeah, you know what? I think we do this. Oshi skill. K2. There is another second in there. Cool. I'm going to ditch 1, ditch 2. I'm going to grab that second back, and I'm going to grab this first.
All right.
So it just gives me a lot more options for next turn. What would you do if you don't find your second on curve? That's what I've just experienced here, right? Like, I basically found my second a turn late. And as with Marcel, who's also struggling to find his seconds. It's a tough one, really. It depends on the deck you're playing. Like, in my situation, it's okay, I want to get through my deck as quick as possible because I know I can get access to my archive to get that second if I happen to get it in there. Or I find a support that goes, cool, let me just refresh and try my best to find that second, which I did with the Manager Chan. That's one option. Yep. The second option is play more conservative. Maybe choose not to collab so that your opponent hasn't got the opportunity to get a double down. That's another option. And then during that time as well, start preparing what you do have. So get your cheers in the right spot and spread them out if you need to. You need to like stall the game to a degree to try and find that second. And that is quite a challenge, especially if you don't find the card. And sometimes that just happens, and sometimes there is nothing you can do about it because your opponent's being aggressive and you're kind of stuck. It happens. But there are things you can do to try and mitigate that. Why is my phone buzz? Oh, there's an email. Why is there an email? Just freaking junk.
For example, right now, my option is, okay, I'm seeing at least 2 seconds already in his play. So for me, it's basically, if I don't see my second next turn, I will have a big issue. But if I do don't see my second, I will just not call up, for example. And even if I do find my second, I probably will also not call up because I do have my holo power already.
Yeah,
and
you've got more than enough. You don't need to overcommit.
Exactly. And as long as I can basically go toe-to-toe, 1-for-1 each turn, I might be just able to squeeze it out because I have the ability to do 1 life at once.
Yep, it's cool. Right, so how much HP has your center got? 50, right?
50, yes.
Cool. So I am going to take first blood here because I think now I'm in a position where I can. So I'm going to use Bullseye to 60 damage onto your center. On attack skill, because my Oshi is Kali, I may archive the top 2 cards of my deck. 1, 2. And if I do, I get to put the top card of my cheer deck to a Holomem. I will start preparing. Oh, do I risk preparing that? So I could stop preparing this, but that does make me very, very vulnerable to an enemy, which obviously I don't know what's in his hand, but it could be in his hand, and that is risky. So I'm better off distributing this just in case he did have it. Oh, obviously we can see he's got it, but if I didn't know his hand, I would still be playing cautious purely because I do have my first bloom here, which will allow me to get this to 4 cheer next turn with my second regardless. I don't need to overcommit the cheer here. So that's why I'm spreading it out. So the 60 damage happens, you go down, you take your life, and I've still got 30 more damage. So I will do 30 damage to your collab because it's basically over damage. And then on attack, because it's got a purple cheer, I draw 1 and mill 2. Oh, that's not a good mill. Okay. Go ahead. The reason why the Chloe's not a good meal for this deck is that her Kali's Oshi skill only lets me return EN Holomems. Kali is not EN. Chloe is not EN. She is JP. So therefore, when she's in archive, she gone.
So I will push out this Riona, and I still haven't seen my second.
Oh,
so
no.
for me, the issue is also I do have to also kind of like, I can again try to gamble by putting the cheer onto my Riona, then play the DIY to get the second cheer or the third cheer, and just see if I get it. But I might just be not able to do that here. So instead, I might just go and play also a bit conservatively by attaching the cheer onto this Riona instead. Then let's see. I do have also the friendly PC to thin out my deck a bit more.
Yep.
And it was the right decision to do it at first, at least, because it wouldn't have been my second here.
Right, I've also got to be very careful because I'm only 13 cards in deck now. So I do have to be very wary about how quick I go through my deck.
I also don't have that many cards left, so for me it's also the issue of I might not have enough cards to deal a lot of damage at the end, even though I didn't even go into my second. So now I will still use the DIY to draw 2. Still don't see anything.
Jeez.
And put the cheer onto this one instead. So next turn, I will find my second for sure, because I will probably die and I can use my retro PC. So I won't be that much of it won't be that much of an issue unless he doesn't like kill me, but I'm pretty sure he will. So instead, I will just go ahead and smack his center for 40 damage and mill a singular card.
Yep. There we go. Right, my go. So stand up, move back. Ooh, it's running out of space. And draw for turn. Interesting. Very interesting. So I think the play here I'm contemplating a couple of things here. So I'm contemplating, do I need to collab? In this situation, probably not, because I can one-hit kill the center with nothing but my second. Secondly, I'm contemplating about a baton pass. I need to cheer for turn. That's important. So yeah, I think I'm going to play it this way. So I'm going to put this cheer here. I'm going to bloom into second. I'm going to baton pass by detaching this cheer.
Yep.
And bringing this to center. I'm then going to bloom over, doesn't really matter what I bloom over here, probably just this. On bloom, I can ramp one and I'll put it here.
Yep.
Now the question is, do I want to do anything else? Like, are there any other problem cards that are here? So I don't want to draw more cards in my deck because I'm going to risk decking out. So these cards are kind of, I don't want these right now. The temptation is to potentially go into my enemy and deal with the Riona in back because it's got 2 cheers on it. But even if I do that, he'll just then put his life cheer onto that one, then cheer for turn, and he'll have his 3 cheers regardless. But it does mean that he can't distribute his cheers in other locations. So it's basically a bit of board control with forcing him to put his cheers onto the first for if he finds that second, and basically keeps him in the same position he's in right now. Whilst he hasn't got, he's got to try his luck for his second. And I think that's the right play here. So yeah, I will enemy into the Riona with 2 cheer.
Yep.
And I don't need to do anything else. I don't want to collab. So I'm just going to do 200 damage to your center. And then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 Holomem in here, so I must draw. It is mandatory. That does not help me. Go ahead.
I will put the life cheer obviously into my center.
Yes.
And I'll draw a card.
And I finally
see my second. So the choice here is relatively simple. I play it on here. I bloom this one.
Yeah.
So now the question is, however, what else do I do in this case?
So bear in mind, this is at 230 HP because of Death Sensei.
Yeah. But that is not the biggest issue here, because I can go to 230 just with my Oshi skill and with her attack.
Yeah.
I could also obviously just bloom something.
Not want to use otherwise.
Yeah, but that's the issue anyway. I will play the DIY Miko to get another cheer and see if I can maybe find another second, which I don't.
Okay.
I did find another first, which is fine though. Yeah, let's distribute it like this for now. And yeah, let's see.
Ironically, this is a really good game showcasing what do you do when you have to stall.
Yeah, kinda.
This is a good game to showcase. Again, chat as always, if you've got any questions that you want to ask us, please feel free to message in chat, and we'll be more than happy to help.
I will use my Oshi skill, so she will deal 20 more.
Yeah.
And then I attack and mill 3 more.
Yep.
And they're all my seconds.
Yep.
And do 230 in total.
Yep. So that's down. That's all those cheers gone, which then puts me on a little bit of a back foot because I've got nothing to really replace right now. I'll take a life. This will go. Does this go here? Yeah, I think this is correct. Okay, my go?
Yep.
I will bring this up because I might need to try and find a way of getting that out. Right, draw for turn. That's a really good draw. That's a really good draw.
Yeah. And that's just sometimes what happens. Like usually if I go first, I want to have my second first, obviously, and then control the game from there. But in this game, I just milled all my seconds, basically.
Yeah.
And he is drawing all this cheer power while he can just restand his seconds. So that is really bad, because now basically if he pays attention and sees that I don't have my seconds left, he knows I have to play something like the PC to even get a second. So he is not even afraid of me killing 2 in 1.
No, exactly. So I can be riskier and actually collab to actually get this and like get the resources I need, rather than using a card that makes me draw and hope for the best. I can guarantee it by using my Oshi skill. Any idea when the Bushiroad Judge Test will happen this year? So at the moment, the Hololive Judge Test, there is absolutely no confirmation as to when that's happening. There is nothing on it whatsoever. I am keeping a very close eye on it. I am actively asking in the server to see what's going on. But at the moment, there is still no plan for it, which honestly baffles me. But at the same time, I don't want to say it's Bushiroad, but it's Bushiroad. This also should be standing.
And this is basically the issue why Riona is not higher, because she does have that consistency issue, which Kelly kind of just circumvents by just being like, oh, I can just for free get the cards from my grave, basically. While Riona has to rely on the retro PC. And technically, I guess, on the Rindo Chihaya, but Chihaya also doesn't do it on herself. So you have to put them back and then like draw them.
Right, so we've bloomed this, we've ramped 1. I still need to get my second, and to do that I have to collab. The question is, what do I collab? I don't want to risk my cheer ramp because I've already gone through 3 of my 4 Cali ramps, and I believe the 4th is in here. Yeah, it is. So we're going to grab that back now. But I think I don't want to collab with this because I don't want to draw. So I have to collab. I need this to attack later. I have to collab with this. It's likely to die, but it's the best option with my game state right now. So I will use my Oshi skill, pay 2. Oh, there's 2 seconds. Okay. I'll grab that second and I'll grab another ramp. by discarding 2. That's important. At this point, I can just discard this and this.
So how many seconds are gone for you right now?
So there's 1, 2, and then there's 2 in here. So all 4 of those. There's also one of those in the old one.
All right. Yeah.
Right. At that point, I don't really want to overcommit anything else because I'm going to be forced to draw because of my second. That is what it is. Riona's HP is 200, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I was doing this all on the presumption of it being 200 HP, which I thought it was. Should always check first.
Indeed is.
Yeah, I'm just going to attack. Well, I get to 220 because it gives itself power. So 220 to your center skill. Because I've got 8 or more hollow mem, I must draw. Now, replace the bloom stage. Cool.
Yeah. I will put the cheer onto this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
And place her out. I draw a card, and we already know I do need to play my... Oh, I put it from the wrong. I do need to get my Riona back, so I will play the Retro PC to play her again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this time his Kelly is at least not powered up.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I do know that he does not have enough cheer right now to actually get back at me.
Mm-hmm.
So what I can do now is come out with this Chihaya and get my 3 seconds that I have in my grave back, put them under my deck, and get a cheer, which I will put onto this Riona here.
Yeah, so you need to try and find a way to shuffle your deck.
I don't even need to do that. Oh yeah, I do have to Hollow Power first. Because I don't have that many cards in my deck left.
Yeah, sure.
I can just
get down
also
to that
just... and I have to attack and mill 3 anyway. So there are only 5 cards left. So getting another second will be very easy for me in this case.
Yeah.
So the only thing I would kind of like to have would be another debut, which I don't. And I don't have any way to get there at the moment, so that's a bit sad. But yeah, Do I even want to do anything here right now? I don't think I do. It would be nice to be able to kill the collab as well at this point, because I would put him on 2 life, but I can't really do that. Unless, wait, let me think. How much HP does she have? 160, right?
Yeah, she's got 80 remaining.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that anyway, unless I use my Oshi skill, and that would be kinda bad, honestly. And even then, it's not enough, yeah. So instead, I will just attack his center for exactly 210 by milling 3 cards.
Yep.
And call it a day from there.
Yep. Cheer. I will put this on here. So for my turn here, actually, do I put this here? Yeah, this is fine. So I think the correct play here is I need to take a slow turn here and then put him in a position where I double KO him. If I can. Oh, this is risky. So this comes back rested. What do I bring up? I think I have to push with this because I can get this to 4 cheers. But then after that, I'm pretty ruined. Draw for turn. That does not help me. Cheer. We'll go here. We will bloom this because I just don't want to risk myself having to draw 3, ditch 2. Give this the 4th cheer. I've still got 3 EN Holomem. I will. So now I'm in a rough spot because I've got to be careful not to overextend, but at the same time, I need to try and get my seconds, which are all in
gone.
Here. Yep. I think the correct play here is to play Manager Chan. Just to see what happens.
Alright.
So I'm still at a point in the game where I've got more cards in deck where if I can just hold out, then, because obviously all of his seconds are now at the bottom of his deck. So he realistically won't be...
Though my deck is only 5 cards.
Yes, but then if you go for it, then you've got less cards to mill for your attacks.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't mind trying to push a bit here. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's pretty good. So I think I'm going to draw 1 for this, puts me on 4. Draw for turn puts me to 3. Okay. So I think at this point, I just commit the swing here and deal with your second. Because I don't want to collab because he's now is at 5 cards in deck. If he had the enemy, which we know he does, but if he had the enemy, he could bring something out. If I collab something else weak, then he could double KO with his SP skill. He can make me lose the game. So I cannot collab here. So I'm just going to do 200 to your center and draw 1. Oh.
We're going out with this one.
So I could have drawn one. Chloe, you're right. But again, it's too risky because he can do 3 life in 1 turn and relatively easy at this point in the game. I cannot risk that.
No. And yeah, as I said, the issue now is I don't really have enough gas to actually do anything. I'm just thinking, but I don't see anything going on there. So I should have probably played the Rindo Jaya first last turn.
Yeah, that would have got the collab effect, and yeah.
If I even have 1 left, but I don't think I do. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there are already 3 in my archive, so that isn't an option either. Unless I like shuffled 1 back as well. instead of 3 of my seconds. I could have shuffled 2 of the seconds and 1 Chihaya.
Yeah.
But that was like I didn't look far enough into the future. As I said, sometimes you have to manage your deck in the end. Because if I put the Chihaya here now, and I've put this one down, I could like use my Soras to draw the Chihaya, and then collab this Chihaya out to get 3 cards back in my deck and have another second attack.
Yeah.
With full power. And from there on, I probably win. But right now, I don't have that. And all I can really realistically do is play a Soras anyway to draw 2. Look at my deck and see that I don't have a first there anymore because both are seconds. Bloom into my second. And yeah, as I said, like I need more, but I don't have anything here. So instead I'll just so that makes him enemy. Yep. Take out, actually, do I? Yeah, sure. Take out his other Kelly with a cheer, doesn't matter which, attack it for to kill him and have 1 life less on him, and use my Oshi skill. So he loses 2 life.
Yep.
And then he can just revenge kill me.
Yep.
So yeah, as I said, the issue, getting my second Riona was just too late, sadly. Getting her earlier on so you can get more draw power, because if she dies, you can also mill 2 and draw 2.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, in the end, I might have won the game if I was playing the deck out a bit better.
Yeah. So yeah, he could have taken 3 life if he had found a way to get his 2 lots of seconds out, and it's like, I don't need to overcommit. I had no need to. Again, because he didn't have another Chihaya to be able to shuffle things back and basically Unga Bunga, I was like, okay, I don't mind taking a bit slower.
Yeah. So that was basically just me not playing the deck optimally yet, because obviously I'm not playing it for that long.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's something I just learned. I have to look more into, okay, I have to shuffle my Chihaya back in these cases. Yeah. Because if I have a second Chihaya on stage and I can shuffle with 2, I can actually get a bit further. Because I could have killed his center now, and then, yeah, I would have lived another turn because he doesn't have enough cheer and no holo power to get his other second out and kill me back, and the next turn I would have won with 2 cheers, with 2 life kill, by just collabing out the other Chihaya again to get 3 cards in my deck again to get the full power.
Right.
So, yeah, I kind of see, but that's okay.
Okay, so right.
Is he awake?
Yes, is Becca awake? He's not replied, so I assume he is not. So shall we have another one then?
We can have another one, yeah, sure.
Let's do it. Right, in that case then, chat, tell me, what deck would you like to see played? I did see someone earlier say they wanted to see IMA, which I could play. Is there anyone else wanting to see a different deck? And I will do my best to talk through what I do. On a side note as well, for those that were watching and things like that, what did you think to the slower gameplay, going through the stuff, showing hands and things like that? What do you guys actually think? Yeah, I'm not surprised he's jet lagged. No, that's fair enough. He said to himself, I should be awake. Like, okay, we'll see. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Just play what I enjoy most at the moment. Oh, God. Well, at the moment, the most I enjoy is Coronet. But obviously, that is a top-tier deck, and I'd rather not play a top-tier deck into this. I'm actually quite enjoying trying out Robico at the moment.
I was also saying I can play a Corona.
I mean, you could play
I do have the Corona build. So if anyone wants to see Corona, I can play it.
It's one of those things where, to say just play what I enjoy the most, I enjoy quite a lot at the moment, I'm not going to lie. So, like, but it's tough for me to choose a deck. So
I can
yeah,
also play.
people-
I can also play the meme deck, the Bay.
Oh, Bay! Oh God! We
So
could
we have a bit
we
of
could
more
do Bay versus Robico. That could
random
be
stuff.
funny.
I mean, we can, sure.
I
I
mean,
can also, of course,
let's
play
see if-
Riona again
let's
if
see
anyone
if-
wants to see Riona work again.
Let's see if let's see what chat says. So I just want to see gameplay to see if I want a net deck. Understandable.
Or if you want to see the washed cat, I can also play Okayu.
Yeah, I've still got Okayu built. I could also play Okayu for funnies. And flex my higher rarity and show you off as a fake Onagiria.
But am I? Because if we're starting to flex, I just have to bring up my camera and point into.
Aye. Yeah, bit.
Just have to bring a few of my stuff here.
So yes, chat. Any suggestions on deck? If not, no problem. I will just pick a deck. With IMA and Coronet being the top tier decks, the matchup would be interesting. Okay, well I can play IMA, and if you want to play Coronet,
sure,
then you can see like a top tier matchup, because obviously that was literally what happened at the finals. It was those two decks against each other.
Yeah,
my IMA deck is a little
different.
How do I put it? It's a little unorthodox. It's slightly different than the meta build, but that's because there's a certain card that I really, really like in this deck, and I probably run more than the average deck does. But that's me and my play style.
Yeah. And I, at the moment, don't have the pure Corona version. I was trying around with the Kelly draw engine instead.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
sure.
also not. It's also not quite the version that won the big deck tournament, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically a toss-up anyway.
Yeah.
In a certain way.
Well, we can always do. It's depending on times and how I'm feeling and whatnot. We can always do one more game, and I can play my full power Coronet, and you can try that out.
Yeah.
Right. Oni versus Doggo. Why do I enjoy Coronet right now? Is it because it's the best? Because of the mechanics? So, one, Coronet is one of my Oshis. So the deck is on its way to being max rarity except for secrets, because I'm not doing secret Sora acid. Screw that noise. I am 6 cards off max rarity, including I've already got the OUR as well.
Do you have the, if we are talking about max rarity, do you have the World Championship Okakoro Oshi then?
That's Japanese, that's not to do with me, that's fine.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
It's fine, I'll win one, don't worry. It will come out in English and I'll win one, it'll be fine.
Okay. Fair,
I'll win one at a Bloom Cup DX and it'll be fine. So yeah, so that one, 2, yes, it is in my opinion, it is the best deck of the format right now. Not by much, but it is, in my opinion, the best deck of the format. And thirdly, I love how consistent the deck is, and how you can really, like, whilst it's a relatively linear deck to play, there are little nuances that you can just, that basically helps you take the deck to the next level, by using cards like Beef Bowl, utilizing your fingers, the card fingers, in the right way, in the right timings and things like that. There's a lot you can do with the deck to basically get to what you need, and it's really, really cool. So, you know, Coronet is genuinely the deck I enjoy playing the most right now. Look at him doing the thingies. Hi, Pigeon. How are you? How's Skeggy?
Hey, woo.
Right, okay. This is a shuffled deck, and everyone can judge me on my IME list. Right, okay, let's roll a die. Odd or even?
I will say even.
Even. That is a 3. I will go first.
All right.
Okay.
And I will
1,
do
2, 3, 4,
oh, yeah.
5, 6, 7. It's a little. It's not even that it's warm. It's humid. It's just starting to rain here, but it's humid. I've got my fan on. Oh my god! Excuse me.
Since you are looking at your hand, I will already talk about my hand because my hand is easy to talk about. I'm going second. I have only one debut. I have one limited that I don't really want to see at the beginning, and I have nothing else to follow up. So this is just a mulligan. Fair
enough. I still can't believe how I got into the game by buying 2 Iraha starter with 0 knowledge that set 6 hand cards for Iraha. Mate, Iraha's a really good deck. And say, if we do a third game, I can either play Coronate or I can show off Iraha. I've got that built. And again, it's a slightly different build to what people usually go for. I tweaked it ever slightly, again, to my playstyle. And that's the great thing in this game. Yes, you can net deck, of course you can. And there's a reason why these decks do very well. But at the same time, regardless of a deck doing well or not, it has to suit your playstyle. Because if it doesn't suit your playstyle, you're never going to perform well with it.
Yeah.
So I always like tweaking my decks from net deck.
That was why I was really good with Okayu, because I can just actually find the sudden 4 life kills everywhere by setting it up really well. But that's also because like I had so much experience with Okayu, because when set 5 came out in JP, I was playing it on Delta up and down.
Yeah,
so
same.
With set 6, I played way less, which is why even with the decks I do like to play it like Riona, I just have not as much experience, which is why I'm doing mistakes like I just did.
Makes sense.
And sadly, my community is a bit too small, so I don't get as much play time in, but I'm trying to get it up.
I see you playing quite a bit on the global server though.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying like to get something out right now.
Yeah. Right, so my hand. So I've got 2 debuts, which is pretty good. I have got a first bloom. I have got a second bloom, which is really good. I've also got a bloom stage, Puyo and normal PC. So this hand for me is actually very, very good. And we're going first, so I'm going to play this in the center and this in the back and keep the rest of my hand.
Yeah. My hand got better. I do have 2 debuts, both of the ones I want, and I do have a Soras for follow-up.
Nice.
The bad thing is I do have 2 Yubis and the Bloom stage and the second, which I can't really use right now, but we will see what happens. If I get a friendly PC, for example, I can just put the Yubi back or just throw it away. So I'll have to see, but it's not the best, but it's playable.
Is this right? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with net decking, because it gives you a feel for the deck. It gives you a feel of what happens and things like that. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with net decking, in my opinion. Not at all. And then once you get to a point where you understand the game a bit more, you get that creative flair in the game, you can then go, actually, to suit how I play the game, I need this card, I need to tweak this, and you can switch things around. So yeah. Yes, I think lack of play is one of my main hindrances. I get 2 to 3 games and wait a week to repeat. Fair enough. So I play a lot online. I play a lot of webcam games. I play on Holodelta sometimes as well. Who's the homie again? Eh? What do you mean, who's the homie? I mean, who is Marcel?
Hi.
Is that what you meant? Right. Drawing for turn then. That doesn't really help me right now. Okay, cool. Cheer. We are going to commit this to the back. So the reason why I've committed to this to the back is the great thing with IMA is that bye Sarah, have a good time, have a good evening. The German fella, yeah, myself.
Yeah, that's me. It's a me, Mario.
So the reason why I put the cheer here is the great thing about IMA and most of her cards is that her baton pass is 0 on most things. I love you too. So yeah, so the great thing, for context, the emotional pigeon is my wife. For context, in case anyone gets concerned. But the reason why I put it here is because this has got 0 back. So if this takes damage during Marcel's first turn, I can just switch it back, bring something fresh out, bloom it into first, crack on. It doesn't matter that I don't put the cheer here. What I am going to do is play normal PC, just to grab a debut. At this point, I just want a debut that's got a decent amount of health. So I'll grab the one with the most health. And then I will choose to collab with it just to start generating some holo power. So I can start getting the game plan of this deck going, which is get as many cheers in my archive as quickly as possible. Okay. So yeah, collab. And at that point, there's nothing I can do. Go ahead. I could play the Puyo. I'm choosing to hold fire on it because I know the deck he's playing. He has not got the damage output to do 120 and 130 in one turn on his first turn. He just hasn't got that reach. So
exactly,
I don't care not playing the Puyo, and I can choose to play it when I want to, when I'm ready to bloom on top of it to get that guaranteed draw. I do not need to risk playing this right now.
I drew the Kali, which is not that great in this situation, so I will go with the Soras and see what's happening. All right, that's nice. We finally have a debut.
Uh-huh.
And then we do get another first.
Nice.
Which
did you look at 3 or 4?
Is...
Did you look at 5 or was it just
I have 4? Oh yeah, true, wait. That was only 3. So one more.
Cool.
Then this way. But at least we got the debut.
Yes.
And in this case, it's fine because I can just throw away Yubi for some extra damage and extra car. Oh wait, I don't even need it. No, it doesn't need it. Never mind. I can, however, I will use it probably.
Yes.
Because I can just collab this, discard a Holomem.
Yeah, discard a game
draw
specifically. Yeah. Or another debut. Yep. Nice.
And yeah, now I can just play the debut, give the debut the UB, and get my card back.
Yep. And that
now
is one of the things about this deck. It's like, oh, you have to discard a character to do the thing. Cool, I'll just get it back with UB. Like, it's literally a net 0 and you gain so much plus. Yeah? Oh, yeah, you're right. Huh. Oh, your mic's gone. Hello? Hello? Marcel, are you there? Hello? Marcel? Marcel, hello? Has your mic died?
I don't hear you anymore.
Oh, there you go. Now I can hear you.
Okay. I made a mistake with my holo power.
Yes, I saw
collabed
that.
out, and I have to get the debut to holo power sadly first and get the third UV instead, which is really sad, but we have to play correctly.
Yes.
So yeah, and then I will just attack your collab for 30 in this case.
So for
the reason why I attack the collab in this case is because obviously, as he said, he can just baton pass the center for free anyway. So instead of him just passing a damage back to the backline, I'll just say, okay, then it's not damaged. If you want to pass it back anyway, then at least the other guy is already damaged and I don't really care that much.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't really matter that much, but he has like no incentive to collab this right now. And if he collabs next turn, he has a damaged Holomem for the next turn when I maybe have more damage.
Yep. Draw for turn. Ooh, debut. Cheer. So because you've not done damage there, I am going to put this cheer here.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with attaching this Puyo. And then I'm going to bloom into this first IMA. On bloom, because of the Puyo, I may draw one.
Yep.
That's pretty good. There's nothing in there that I want to get. So I am going to play a bloom stage at this point, just to draw 2.
Yep.
Those are some very good draws. We'll attach a Puyo. We'll bloom this. On bloom, effect a Puyo, draw 1. Sure.
Alright.
We will normal PC. And we'll grab another high health IMA. Sora seems like a must-have card. Yeah, it's probably the most expensive support in the game as in base rarity even. Like they're about £8 to £10 each. It's a very good card.
Yeah. At least at the moment. Later on, it also kind of falls off because a lot of stuff just searches itself, but it's never really bad. Miko Rone, for example, fell really off because friendly PC and standard PC are things that are just usually better. But yeah.
Okay. So what I will do is I'm going to collab with this now, sure. So I may still pay the cost of putting a cheer from my cheer deck to archive, which I'm going to do. And then it says return 1 IMA. There's no targets. Cool.
Yep.
Then I'm going to use my Oshi skill, pay 2. And now there's a Holomim, of course. I'm going to take 2 cheers out of my cheer deck to draw 2 cards.
All right.
Interesting. So, I was hoping for another first, but ayo. Play this. Play this. Grab another high HP debut. Just so that my stage is stacked, whilst also thinning the deck out. I don't think I need to do anything else from this point. So, what are your coronets at 120? I can do 60, 80, and that's about it. So I'm not going to overcommit there. That's fine. That's fine. So, I will use this attack first for 30 damage into your center. I'll use the skill. Send the top card of my cheer deck to archive to draw 1.
Yep.
Another card I don't need right now. And then I'll do
I would
another
like some debuts.
I'll do another 30 to your center, but I won't mill the 1 cheer this time. I've already got 4 cheers in my archive, which is pretty good going by turn 2. Go ahead.
Then I will draw. I do get a second here, which is not optimal, but it's fine, I suppose. I do open up another purple cheer. So for me, the question is now, which direction do I go? Obviously, I probably want to bloom something. The issue is, blooming my center means I would need to put a cheer on it, because both of these only attack for 2 cheers. And I don't really have any cheer ramp right now. And what I instead could do is put the cheer on the Kelly and not bloom, and just attack with these 2. Because then Kelly has also a purple cheer, which lets me draw another card, which can be very helpful because I'm kind of bricked right now. So that is a big option I have. The other option is just bloom it anyway, draw the card, and then attack with this, for example, which also lets me draw a card. So I'm not quite sure what to do in this situation. I'll definitely bloom the Kelly. Actually, yeah. I will put the cheer on. I will probably actually put the cheer onto the rested one anyway. Then I will collab out this Kelly to draw 3. It's still not amazing. We have to ditch 2 again. We are ditching one of these and probably one of these. Doesn't matter that much. I did get this 200 HP first, which is nice. And I will just play the Bloom stage to draw 2 here. Because I'm still looking for more debuts. Thank you very much, at least that. So now we obviously have another option to just bloom this Corona and search for another UV, so hopefully I don't draw it again. Unless it's already gone. No, it's here. Because now I have all 4 UVs in my hand and play, which is not what you usually want to have. But that's what we are dealing with. Alrighty. So, what we are obviously doing next is not much. and it's just attacking his center for 40 HP. Because I have the UB attached.
Yep. 40 damage.
And that's about it.
Okay. Right. Wrist. Come back. Draw. I was really hoping for another second. Oh well. Cheer. This will 100% be going here. Ready to use my second. I will straight away bloom into my second. On bloom because of Poyo. Draw one. Another debut. Don't need more debut. I haven't updated on support cards since set 3. What are some support cards? Must have support cards right now. Bloom Stage is one of them, which is really good. Friendly PC is another good one. Obviously Soraz. You've also got, if you're playing buzzes, you want to have potentially access to a card called Favorite PC, which is set 6. Set 4, there is dual tone PC or two tone PC even, which is quite a good card for if you're running a dual color deck. What else? In terms of generic supports,
I mean, Holoka Management from set 1, obviously.
Yeah. So they've had support since set 3, so I'm ignoring set 1 to 3.
Yeah, fair.
I think that's basically
set
it.
3
honestly.
was. Set 3 was Mikorone, I guess.
Totsumachi set 3.
No.
Oh yeah, Cute Stadium Jacket is a good one for buzzers as well. What else did you say?
Mikorone was set 2?
Yeah, set 2. Yeah, that was set 2.
Okay.
I think that's kind of it, honestly, in terms of like staple supports that can go in most decks. I generally think that's it.
Very possible.
Right, okay, so we drew another debut. Cool. Let's play Nodoka. Give me something that I can bloom with. Cool. Perfect. We will attach this Poyo onto this IMA. And we'll bloom into first. Now, DIY Miko, yes, from set 5, you're correct. DIY Miko is also a very good one.
Yep.
So, on bloom, so I've got 2 effects. So the mascot draw 1 activates, and also the bloom effect of the IMA activates. Now, in this situation for people playing IMA, what's the best order to do it in? In my opinion, the top 2 is best first. The draw is better first, because what you draw might impact what you choose from the top 2 from the bloom effect of the IMA. In 95% of cases. So I will draw first. Cool. And then I'll look at top 2. It doesn't impact anyway because I really want that second. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to bloom this into second. On bloom Poyo, draw again. Oh, Encore. That's a really good card here. Okay. We will... How many cheers do I have in here currently? 4. You've got 140 HP remaining because Big Doggo.
Yep.
So I need to get rid of 2 cheers at the most, at the minimum even. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in deck. So I think I'm okay only getting rid of the 2 here because I had a very early aggression of getting cheers from my cheer deck to archive. I don't need to overcommit with the second attack. Yes, Workout as well is a very good one from set 6. Yes, absolutely agree. Yeah, Workout. I forgot about that. I think I've got a couple of decks that run it. Yes, it's a solid one of in certain decks for sure. Right. I haven't got another Poyo, but I am going to take the opportunity to bloom this just to try and get toward another second sooner rather than later. I'm also going to bloom this. Do I want to put 2 cheers back? Nah, it doesn't really matter here. Then the question is, do I want to collab? I could, because it gives me a salvage. Which actually then blooming this and taking the 2 cheers back is actually more relevant. So yes, I will, from the bloom effect of this, put 2 cheers to the bottom of my cheer deck. I'll then collab with this. On collab, I will archive a cheer from my cheer deck. And return an IMA to hand. We'll just take another first. which will then bloom this, just so that everything is bloomed to first.
Must be nice.
And this is what IMA is so good. And then yeah, we'll just go 160 by get rid of 2 cheers. You take life. That's not a life. You've still got 6 life.
True.
Didn't matter. Cool. That is me done.
That doesn't matter for Corona anyway.
Yep. Go
so
ahead.
For me, the question is now, what do I do? Because he has another Ayame already set. I can obviously kill his center, but I also have to think hard about this because I don't have any follow-up. That's my big issue here.
And the thing is, if you want to kill my second, you have to commit a collab.
Exactly. Can I kill your collab?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's only this
They're
center
both on 140.
Yeah, but the question is, I can deal damage to the center even if I don't collab?
Yeah. So the wording is, if I have a collab holomem and you have no collab holomem, all of my holomem do not take arts damage.
All of them, okay. That was the question, yeah.
Yeah, so I just clarify that, yeah. So you must collab to do any arts damage.
Yeah. I will play Yui to get another debut back, because I definitely need the debuts here. I will then collab this one out.
Yep.
And discard a card to draw a card, actually.
Yep. Has to be a gamer's.
No, I'm just thinking if I play this, I don't even have to.
Yeah, you bloom it first.
Anyway.
Then you collab, and then because you have a fingers in play, you just get to draw one. You're about to play a game of Hololive. Nice. What deck's you playing? I assume you're playing Iroha. What's your friend gonna play?
Yeah, and we are not really seeing much I want to actually get here, which is pretty bad. Yeah. We are going into the second, use the effect, and then hit his center for 200. No, for 170. And yeah, that's about it.
Yep, smack. I'll take a life. Shoop. This will go here. Sure, why not? My go. I stand. I come back and rest. I replace. I draw. Oh, it's another first. Draw, cheer for turn. This can go. So 210 is what I've got to get to.
Yes.
Which is the challenge in this matchup. The best way of doing that is going to be, let's cycle getting my second back. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bloom this IMA again. Again, I'll do the draw first from Poyoyo, and then the top 2 check. 1, 2. I'll take the second. So I've got enough draw cards in my hand right now that I don't really care about the Nodika. Are you not playing Iroha for a change? Ooh. What are you playing then? You're gonna play Laminene. I am looking at Raura, who uses a collab as a main attacker. Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't get the top 2 because that's irrelevant. You are correct. It was in that order. You are absolutely correct. Thank you. But I did get the draw. That's important. So I'll draw those cards then. Sure.
Ah, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do get a first. Okay. So we collab with this on collab skill. I will put a cheer from here to archive to return this. Actually, I don't need to return a second now. I would rather get one of. Yeah, get one of these for more draw power if I want it. I will now play a debut just to replace that spot. Yeah, good catch, Nusus. Good catch. I am dumb. How many cheers have I got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't need to put cheers back yet, because I will do the attack, do the ping 20, which takes me 4 cheers out, leaves me a cheer for turn, and then I can put things back. Let's see if I even care about doing the ping 20 for this. I might as well just attack center. I do find another copy of this as soon as possible though. Yeah, let's just go 2 hundo, milling 3.
Yep.
And then 30 to center as well to KO.
Alright. She goes down, and we put a cheer onto you. And I will bring out this Kelly.
Yup. Go ahead.
I will draw. Get a cheer onto this colony. And
I've just had a message from Becca. Fuck.
bloom this one. Play another card to draw 3. Finally see some debuts. It's just a few turns too late.
Meow.
I'll also play 1 Yubi onto this one to get probably another debut, which I will play. And then I'll just end my turn here.
Okay. In that case, we just keep bonking. And draw. Oh, that's a good draw. Cheer. Let's just keep setting up, I guess. Let's put this on this one, just so it's got 2 cheer. Actually, do I need to do that? No. No. Let's put it on here. I'll bloom this second. On bloom draw. Oh, that's interesting. So, I could do that, maybe. That would be quite funny. Bloom this. Because I want to bloom. I only got 90 damage, so I actually have to do that and just not have to mill any cheer for my cheer, which is kind of good. Bloom on bloom, I'll discard this debut to ping 20 to your center.
Sure.
I will then bloom. No, I'll just Nautica here. I don't need to overcommit here. 1, 2.
Yes,
3.
you can attack in any order you want.
Yes. So the reason why Rauda likes to attack with their center first is because that's usually the one that has the 2 cheers, which then you use the effect on your collab, so it attacks for 1 less colorless cheer. That's usually the situation. But yeah, you can attack in any order. Do I care about anything else here? I'm gonna get that back. Might as well keep the cheers in here for when I want to SP skill. I am gonna collab. On collab, I may search my deck for a Poyoyo or sword. Oh, that's interesting. I'll just grab the sword. I have to be very careful with my deck now.
Indeed.
Maybe collab in there was a bad idea. That might have been a bad. I think I've accelerated a bit too quick. Yeah, we'll just do 70 to center to KO.
Alright. We put this cheer doesn't matter that much on you. And draw a card.
Yep.
We get a cheer, which we will put onto this one, I suppose. We bloom into our second. Obviously, use the UV effect.
Yep.
Put this one back.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will also play another friendly PC to get another debut, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I think I should still have some. Then we will play a UV onto this one, and get this first back, which will search me another UV. So now we are getting where Corona usually wants to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Get back, search UV, play UV, get back, search UV.
Yep. You're doing the Coronet combo.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So next up we are probably collabing here to draw another card.
Holopower first.
You are completely right.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, that's okay. Doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. We bloom this one, which now searches me another first. Do I even have another? Yeah, I do have another UV in my deck, so I guess we are searching for this one for next turn. And yeah.
On a side note, whilst we've got people tuned in, I do want to make sure I share a link with everyone. So for those that have saw last week, I did a bit of a song battle for Hololive original songs. Next week, I'll be doing it again, but for Hololive or covers by Hololive talents. So, excuse me, it's on, the link is on my Discord, but I will share it here again in the chat for everyone, where if you wish to submit some songs for that song battle, you can submit up to 6. Please do so.
So your center is 180, right?
Yes, 180 because of Poyo.
Okay. Then I will attack your collab for 50.
Yep.
Give my center plus 30,
yep.
And attack your center for 200.
200. Yep.
And then you
attack
may
with
go
the
ahead.
Buzz on collab, and then the second, and use the second gift. Yes, you can do. You can absolutely do that. That is a very, very valid play for Iroha. Right, take a life. This will go on here. My go. This will be coming up for sure. Just sort out my cards. There's 2 cheers. There's all the stack of Holomem. This stands up. This comes back and draw for turn. Then we are going to cheer for turn, which will go... the problem I've got now is I'm going to run out of cheers. And there's not a lot I can do about it.
I mean, you do have Encore.
I do have Encore. But I'm then going to get rid of those cheers straight away.
That is true.
So yeah, Encore, and I'm going to return 3 cheers to my cheer deck.
Yep.
How many cheers do... Actually, no, before I do that, sorry. Before I do that, I'm dumb. How many cheers do I have? Yeah, basically any cover that's been done by a talent and is accessible through media on YouTube, which isn't a cut from a membership stream. 10, 11, 12. There's 13 cheers in here, so that's doing 260. That's good. So this turn, I probably don't need to collab here, and that's okay. So I'll use SP skill now, pay 2, and I will deal 260 to your center.
Yep.
Then I will encore. Put 3 back. I'm gonna have to do that regardless. I don't think there's a certain card I need to get cheers back into my cheer deck, and I've just not seen them. The only one I've seen is under here, I think. There's not a single one in my archive, which is grim. Do September 8-hour version. No! A song less than like 6 minutes.
I mean, I was going to put it in anyway.
Ah! Of course you
just
would.
make a 6-minute cut. Just make a 6-minute cut of it. Just upload it and make a 6-minute cut. It's fine.
Any unarchived clip song work, so it can be like an actual pop song done by a Hololive talent.
Like it can be a clip of a live stream, for example, of a birthday or whatever.
Yeah, as long as it's not from a member stream.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody, no Bohemian Rhapsody.
You know what we can do? We can like take the 8-hour video of Gigi, cut it into several 6-minute parts, and then upload each of them.
Don't give them ideas. Bacayado. Right. So, ideally, I would have wanted that, but I don't have. Ideally, I would have wanted something that does a bit more damage output, which I don't have. You know what? This is okay. I've got an IMA ready. The only issue is, where are my seconds? There's 1 there, 2 there. So there's still 1 in deck. How many cards in deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that's enough.
Yeah, I don't think I need Nautica now. That's fine. I just believe it's not in the bottom 2 cards of my deck, right? Yeah, we just do this. You move. So you get to choose. That's important. It is the same as Totsu. Saying that, I really want to see that card. I think I have to do something. So I only need to take 1 life. So I will Nautica. That leaves me with 3 cards. Draw for turn. If I need to collab, I'm still safe. Okay, there's the second. Still didn't find that first though, which is a bit grim. I still have to commit the full 3 cheers regardless. But we do have this, so at least I can do this. Get that ready. Yeah, I think we just smack. So 80 plus 120.
Yep. I will use the wow skill.
Actually using the SP skill, okay.
I mean, sure, why not, I guess.
Yeah. Gets you a cheer back.
Get a cheer back, and I can get
a Holoman back from those, yeah.
The second back, sure.
Why is that first was from Holopal, right?
It has to be from the bottom. I'm taking this first.
No, it can be the second.
Yeah.
You can pick the second.
I don't have another first anyway.
Oh,
so I'm rather taking first.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me draw.
First time playing on Holodelta, and this is interesting. Yeah, fair. No, Holodelta is it's if you're not used to playing on simulators like that, it is a learning curve. But it is good.
We bloom into the second, use the effect, put this UB back.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Bloom this to get the UB again.
So this is an interesting learning point for everyone. Obviously, if you go into your cheer phase and you have no cheer deck, you basically just don't cheer. You don't lose the game. You only lose the game if you try and draw from your main deck and you have... if you try and draw from your main deck during your draw phase specifically, and you have no cards in your deck. That is a lose condition, which is why I'm being a little wary of how much I was drawing. But I was like, I need to try and find another copy of... No. Where is it? Is it under here? This card. Because that'll get cheers back into my cheer deck, which will help.
I'm gonna bloom this, collab, draw one, bloom Sage. Too bad. Then I'll just put another UB onto this one.
I'm surprised you decided to collab there.
Well, the issue is if I don't collab, there is a high potential that you use Soyom enemy anyway.
Yeah, sure.
And
yeah, I'm already so far out of my deck, and you do not see an enemy in my archive.
Exactly, and this way I also have like the option to use my Corona Steel next turn to reset it.
Wait, why are you at 2 life? You should be at 3. You should be at 1.
You are completely right. I used the thing again.
As I say, you should be on one life here. What the fuck? Just casually,
yes.
like, power creep Corey to 7 life.
Here. Yeah, sure. Like the big issue obviously was my starting hand was pretty bricked.
You bricked quite early. You managed to fix things, but it was too far gone.
All I can do is just attack your center for 200 something damage.
Did you put a UB on the deck?
Yeah, I did with the other one. I put the other UB on this. But it's 200 damage, whatever.
Yup.
Yeah, now I just have to hope he doesn't get enough cheer, basically, to kill me.
Well, I've got that. I just need to find another second, but I can't because they're all in... Oh, shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
This becomes very interesting. And I've still got to do 160 regardless. So actually, enemy here is not worth. Sure. What's going to come up? Has to be this. Draw. Ah, there you are. Thank fuck. Cheer. Nothing to cheer. And I think I now get game as a result.
Yeah.
Bloom this on bloom. Get 2 cheers.
I mean, wouldn't you get it anyway?
No, I would have been 50 damage short. 30 damage short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't need to do anything else, honestly. So I'm just gonna smack for 80 plus get rid of these for 160 into your collab.
Yep.
And that's the game.
And GG.
Oh, that was that was squeaky bum. I knew. Oh no, wait, what? I only ran 2 of this. So I thought I was running a second encore. Oh, I'm only running 1 encore. I need to change that.
Yeah, I also didn't see any debut, you know. I just that was just very unlucky.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes.
Yeah. So yeah, you had a rough start game.
Yeah, but it was still close, even though I went second. Like, that's just showing how resilient Corona just is.
And I see you ran the Daki art Coronet, which I also run 1 of, because it's like, oh yeah, by the way, here's a 200 HP first. Hit me.
Yep. It's sometimes really hard to just get rid of. Like, if you don't have to commit, you just bloom your center in it and just hit for 30 for a while, because you have 1 life more than your opponent anyway, and you just, yeah, sure, try to get rid of it. Yeah. You have to invest something.
Exactly. It's a good card. I think it works really well for the deck. Like,
yep.
Some people don't run it, and I'm like, okay, I get why. But I'm like, sometimes just having that extra high HP first bloom and getting your hand on it isn't the most difficult.
If I go mono Corona, I might actually play more of it.
I think in Monocolony I only won 1. I was tempted to go to 2, but I just have no idea what the heck I'd take out.
I mean, if you look at the winner list, he played 3 of it actually.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I have to think what to take out of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Looking what he didn't play, but I don't really see much.
Mm-hmm. Right. What time are we at? We are at 8 o'clock UK time. You know what then? We've had 2 very educational long games. I might call it there. We've done a good 2-hour stream. It's been pretty good. And I say, for people in chat, how did you find that in terms of the more educational games and things like that? And yeah, how did you find it? Did you enjoy this? Would you like to see these more often? Maybe do one like every couple of weeks. I won't do it every week. What I'll maybe do is do like 1 week where I do normal gameplay, get 3 or 4 proper games in, and then the other week I'll then do these more educational ones where we take our time, show hands. I think it's quite a cool little thing. Getting to know the idea of the deck is good. Good. I'm glad. Obviously, I will be doing some deck profiles soon, where obviously I'll be able to go in depth into the actual list. But yeah, I think doing these sort of educational, people have been asking for it for a while, and I keep forgetting to do it. I never got around to actually just commit the time to do it. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it this time. I've got the time to do it. Let's see what happens. And yeah, I quite enjoyed that. And thank you, Marcel, for jumping in last minute. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Marcel
sure, no
is Becca is unfortunately struggling with his jet lag, which is very understandable. He's literally got back from Japan today. Bless him. Yeah. So his jet lag is all over the place. The first game really helped me understand it's best to stall as much as possible for the second instead of panicking, thinking, and doing constant pressure. Yeah, and that's exactly it. That's why I really enjoyed the first game, because it really showcased that. Whereas in most games you don't normally get to see that happen. So like knowing when to stall, how much to stall is a skill of this game. When you need to. So yeah, no, that was really enjoyable. I quite enjoyed it.
Like in this game, you also had the one turn where I just put out the Kelly and was like, okay, fuck it, I'm just
I was just able to bonk it and not even lose any cheers to do it. I was able to just do ping 20 spec for 80 and not have to waste my cheers.
But even then, like, I have 1 life more generally. If my start wasn't that bad, but we still had the same situation at some point, I would basically lose that 1 extra life that I had, and we would still be even at that point. Yeah. So sometimes playing a deck that has more life lets you do something like that and just set up instead.
Yeah, again, it's a really good thing for this game is trying to learn as many matchups as possible. Like again, in the Riona matchup, I knew his situation where I was like, okay, there's a very high chance he had an enemy in hand, so I had to play differently to play around that. I also knew that obviously his seconds had gone, and I knew that his seconds hit a maximum of 210. 210. So I had to be very,
just with her own effect,
yeah. And then not only that as well, obviously the fact that I knew that turn 2 he could do a maximum of 140 with Oshi's skill, if everything aligned. So I was like, knowing not to collab and give him that opportunity, like knowing things like that makes you from being a good player to a great player. And well, I say great player, I'm not a great player, but it's having that extra consideration and talking things through is good.
Yeah.
Obviously, when it comes to a competitive tournament, obviously you can't take that long. You've got to think more on your feet. And again, that's a skill in itself as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more streams like this, please let me know. If there are any specific decks that you would like to see me play on these sort of streams, again, let me know. But yeah, that was really, really fun. So yeah, thank you, Marcel, for coming on. I appreciate you.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me.
Get an EP now. Time to go get some dinner. Explain potential lines you could do and deciding why you do this while playing is quite helpful to expand your horizon. Absolutely. Again, there are certain things that I did. I was like, actually, I've done this, and this is the reasoning why. Oh, that makes sense. Like verbalizing and helping yourself understand it is really good. So
for example, me talking
as a player.
Yeah. Or for example, me talking about Riona even before the game already, saying, okay, I can do enough damage if I have enough cards in deck. I was thinking about that, but I was not thinking about the Chihaya in that case.
Yes.
Because as I said before, if I did do the Chihaya play, I might have actually won that game.
Yeah,
but now I learned, and now in my head is always okay, I can put the Chihaya back. There is also that option to get another Chihaya on play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's something you just learn when you do the mistakes.
Having that awareness of your deck state and what's in your archive, and knowing, okay, there's still 1 or 2 Chihaya, or there is no Chihaya in there, and going, okay, I'm going to do this to ensure that I find that Chihaya to get things going again. And again, like, I think you would have had a good situation where if you had got to the opportunity of getting cards to the bottom of your deck and then finding a way of shuffling your deck, could have helped you get the seconds a bit sooner, for example.
Yeah, I guess. But the bigger issue at that point was... Yeah, but the issue was like getting the second and also having enough damage in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was the first card, like if I shuffled and it was the first card, yeah, sure, then it would be nice. But if I just had done the Chihaya play, I wouldn't have even had that trouble.
Yeah,
that's the point.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's fine.
Right.
In general, I was a bit unlucky today, but whatever.
That's the game, isn't it? That's the duality of card games. Sometimes you have a good game, sometimes you don't.
You can be the best player in the world, you can play the strongest deck in the world. If you just break, you break. You just have to accept that when you play card games. You can't always win with these. Yeah, exactly. You can maximize your chances of winning, but at the same time, card games are card games. There's always an element of randomness, and the game can just screw you for no reason. Right. On that note, then, we're going to end the stream here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Again, if you are new here, please make sure you subscribe over on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch as well. And if you want to support... Oh, no. I've got... Hold on. There we go. I thought I'd make sure everyone can see that. There you go. Fill the bucket. A bit of change for this hungry cat.
Ah! I did the wrong thing. Ah! Everyone's seeing my thingy. I was meant to press this button. No, this button. Wah! Nope. And wah! There we go. Big. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please let me know, and please share it with your friends and things like that if you want to help them learn how to play games and how not to make mistakes like I do sometimes. And oh, Jesus Christ, you big. Anyway, right, we're gonna end the stream there. Thanks so much again. Like I said, please subscribe to YouTube, please follow on Twitch, and if you want to support the channel even further, please consider joining and becoming a member over on YouTube, and also leaving a subscription over on Twitch, which if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can give a free monthly subscription to one of your favorite channels. So if you wish to choose this channel, that would be very much appreciated. But on that note, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.